So if you don't have a big vision, your supply also will be small. If your vision is little, your supply will be little. If your vision is big, your supply will be big. If your vision is massive, your supply will be massive. So don't be scared to ask for big things. Don't go to the ocean with a teaspoon or a bucket. Don't be afraid to draw big from this unlimited ocean of success, which is God. Go ahead and start writing down those big dreams of yours that you want to achieve, those things that are coming to your imagination. Why are they even coming to your imagination is because God wants you to have them. If not, you'll not be thinking of them. Write your big dreams down. Write your vision down. Make it plain, because it's going to help you. It's going to activate something in your brain. It's going to give you that mindset of achieving more, of going for it. It's going to help you. It's going to do you a whole lot of good than anything. You have nothing to lose. If you write it down and you not achieve it for the amount of time that you give to it, then nothing happens. Nobody loses. Nothing has lost. But I promise you, you will never remain the same. The most important thing is not even acquiring all those things. The most important thing is the person you are going to become in the process of getting to this future that you have designed on paper. The person you will become. You'll become a different person along the line. You'll become far better than the person you used to be in the past. So go ahead and write those visions down, those big dreams. Write them down on paper. In fact, I would advise that you read it every day before going out, or you read it every night when you come back to your house. You can do the two, read in the morning, read in the night, or at least read it once in a day. Yes, read it once in a day, because it's going to activate something in your brain, in your system. It's going to give you that power, that ability to begin to come to you. It will begin to shift you to be on the frequency of receiving it, receiving that big dream, receiving that big thing, that exciting goal that you have set on paper. So there is an ability in it. When you write it down and you keep seeing it every day, keep it before your eyes, you keep your vision before your eyes, it helps you to grow. It forces you to grow, not just help, but it forces you to grow. So the most important thing is not just this thing that you are going to achieve or the material things you are going to acquire, but the person you are going to become in the process. You'll become a new person. You'll become a better version of yourself by setting this goal, by going for this goal, by becoming this thing that you are seeing on the paper. So act with intelligence. Don't just ask anything. Act with intelligence and give it a deadline. Because the amount of time we give to ourselves to achieve something is actually the time it's going to take. And I would also like to advise that you give it a deadline, because it is the time you give to yourself to achieve something that is going to take, that is the amount of time it's going to take to achieve that particular thing. So if you give yourself a long time, it's going to take you a long time to get there. But if you shorten it, if you bring it down, your dream is big, but the deadline should be shortened. Don't spread it too wide. Just bring it open. How can you achieve your 5-year goal in 1 year? How can you achieve your 1-year goal in 6 months, in 7 months, in 4 months, in 5 months? How can you achieve your 1 month goal in 1 week? That is what I'm talking about. So bring it down. Just put a deadline on it. It will force you to go to work. It will force your brain to wake up, to go to work. And another thing I would like to tell you is ask with intelligence. Don't just ask this, just a list. No, describe it in detail. What do you want? How do you want it? When do you want it? What color? What year? What model? If it is a house, what kind of a house? What kind of a home? Is it a mansion? Is it just an apartment? What exactly is that thing that you want? In what location? The asking is saying, asking with intelligence says, how high, how big, how wide, what color, what model? How? Just ask with intelligence. Make a description of it. Make a detailed description of it. So describe your dream on paper. Describe it. Don't be afraid to write as many pages as possible. You can write up to 20 pages, 30 pages, 100 pages, it doesn't matter. Describe it. As you are describing yourself, you are even excited, you are happy, you are seeing yourself in it, you are seeing yourself living in your house, coming into the house through the front door, going into the sitting room, from there to the kitchen, to the bedroom. You are seeing yourself as you are describing the home that you desire to have in the future. So it's an exciting thing to do. Goal setting is very exciting. It may not happen on the date that you have set for it, but you will never remain the same. Along the line, you may have achieved so many other things that are far beyond where you used to be. So just give it a deadline. Shorten your deadline. Don't stretch it too wide. Don't stretch it too long. because when you give it too long time, you will start relaxing, your brain will go to sleep. But when there is a deadline that is on you, like when they give you a task to achieve in 3 days, within those 3 days you start researching, you start asking questions, you make phone call, you do whatever it takes to achieve this thing. That is how it works. So if you have a deadline on something, the deadline will force you to go to work. It will make you go on your research. It will make you to do whatever it takes to get this thing done at that moment. And you find out that you will no longer be the same. You will not be the same person, because when you stretch your mind, it will not shrink back to its original state where it was before it starts shrinking, before it starts expanding. Now that you have heard all these things, the next thing to do is to take action immediately. Start setting your goals. Start writing them down on paper. What is your why? What is your reason? What do you want in life? Why do you want those things in life? What exactly are those things? Start writing them now. And even if you don't want to do it today, okay, you can use today to think about it, to desire them, to think it over, to know exactly what you want in the next 5 years or 10 years. Then give it to tomorrow to write it down. Don't wait too long. Don't say, I'll start writing next week, I'll start writing next month. No, start writing it now. And if you can't do it now, think about it overnight and start writing it tomorrow. In fact, write it tomorrow. Do it tomorrow. Do it today if you can. And if you cannot, or you have not thought about what you really want for your life, think about it and write it tomorrow. And I assure you, as you're writing them, you are getting excited. So put in some exciting things in your goals. It's not just money, the vacation. Think about the check that you'll be giving to your family members. Think about the helping hand you're going to be giving to other people. Think about so many good things you're going to do when your life becomes better. That will move you into action. When we do things for other people, it brings fulfillment to us. It brings us happiness and joy in our hearts. So think about those things. Go ahead and set your exciting goals, and you will be happy you did. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you on top.